people? I'm Customized Key and I'm back. So, I got a story time for y'all, and we're gonna talk about how I met my best friend. My best friend, that's my best friend, that's my best friend. Hey. My best friend, I have two of them. My first best friend, his name is Blake. I'll put a picture. Blake and I met like my first week of college. I originally had met a friend named Blake, but his last name is Hendricks. I met him in Magic. I know I talked about that before. I met him in Magic, and I was just walking around my dorm to try to see like who was maybe living there. When you live in a dorm, usually they put these like little sticker type thingies on the outside of your door with your name on it. So like every floor had a theme. There was a door that said Blake. So because I was being a freshman, being a simpleton, I'm like, oh, this just gotta be the Blake that I met in Magic. Like, this just has to be him. So I go up to the room and I knock on the door, and the door opens and I'm like, hey, Blake. Ooh, not Blake. He's like, yes, Blake. And I was like, not Blake. He was like, yes, Blake. And I was just like, okay, sorry, wrong Blake. And he closes the door. Now, in my mind, I'm embarrassed, okay? I just played myself like the biggest dummy of all time. I just played myself. And I'm like, oh my God, I done embarrassed myself. But then later on, I thought about it like, I don't know him, he don't know me. We might not ever see each other. Wrong. All black people see each other at least more than 3 times when they on campus if they stay there. So I'm like, I'm not going to see him no more, whatever. Now, it just so happened that he worked in the caf and I was working in the caf too, the cafeteria. And, I kind of met him there and we was like hanging out. And I was like, I know the first time we met, it was like really awkward or whatever. So, we kind of just became cool at work. And then after I took a semester off, we had ended up spending a lot of time together. And it was actually me, him, and this other girl who's irrelevant now. But we used to spend a lot of time together. Like, after working in the caf together, we got to know each other. We like, oh, I know you live upstairs from me. Like, come over. Let's watch movies. Let's watch, TV or whatever. Let's study. Just do stuff together. So we did. That's what we started to do. We used to hang out. There was this guy named Jordan. Jordan used to come over, and actually at the end of this I'll link the video for this one night that we had where our other friend was trying to put this fake bun in her head, and we kind of had a bet that I couldn't get the bun in Jordan's head because Jordan was a boy. He had a short afro at the time. So we had a bet that I couldn't get the bun in Jordan's head. So I'll put the video to that later on. And that video was pretty funny. But I ended up developing a really good friendship with him. As a lot of you may know or may not know, I took a year off from school to get in-state tuition. So I went in the fall of 2009. That's when I met Blake. And then while I was gone all of 2010, we still kept in contact. I would still come up to state just to visit. And he really was. We had a really good friendship. And our friendship has lasted up until this day. He is my best friend. He is awesome. And he is fine. So when we go out together, we be slaying all the time. It be a slaycation when I'm with my best friend. So that was the awkward story on how I met him. Now, my female best friend, I kind of met her the same way, but I met her when I had came back. So when I was on campus, when I came back in the spring of 2011, Blake was already living off campus. So I had met this girl named Paris, which is my current female best friend. I met her at the caf, and at first me and Paris did not like each other because Paris was just like, oh my gosh, she's loud, she's just crazy, this girl get on my nerves. But with us working at the caf, yet again, we started to hang out. She also lived in my dorm, and I used to go to her room, she used to come to my room, and we just started spending a lot of time together. Now, ironically, after I met her, she took a year off. So while she was on her little year off, we didn't really communicate like that for real. But she did come back up to visit, and you know, we got to talk and catch up. And you know, she like, yeah, I'm getting my stuff together so I can come back to school. I just need some time to myself. So then when she came back, we was on and popping. So it really wasn't awkward meeting her, but like our adventures together, we used to have the time of our lives, okay? Like I was spending like at her room. She had a roommate who was kind of crazy, but you know, it was cool. It was real cool. So me and Paris, we both had ended up moving off campus around the same time. We didn't necessarily like ever live together. I've never lived with my best friends. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't live with y'all friends when y'all go to college, unless you know that person's living style or you know whatever. Like just knowing the type of people that me and my best friend are, we just know like we love each other, but we can't live together. Like we both clean, we both like organization, we both like smell good, all that great stuff. But our personalities, like we could not be around each other 24/7. We just know that we couldn't. Like we would need our own space to be like, okay, I'm by myself. I can just relax, you know. But that's something you definitely have to know. So again, don't be afraid to meet people. Go out and have some fun. And you never know what might develop from that. You know, for a long time, people thought me and my best friend was like together and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, nope, just friends. Just friends. So I will post a small little slideshow at the end to show my best friends so that y'all can see what they look like. And both my best friends thought, what your team look like. But no, just kidding. This has been another story time with y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Booyah.
I can tell her all my secrets, cause I know that she gon' keep up. Ain't nothing come between us. That my main one.